Hey, beautiful people. Real quick, I wanted to come on here because I received a message. And this young lady was asking me, why is it so hard for her to leave relationships and how can she prevent herself from getting into toxic relationships in the future? So let's talk about it. If you are a woman who is dabbling out here in these relationships and you're looking to have a connection with someone that is actually meaningful and that does not waste your time, and I would say this goes to any woman under the age of 25, especially because you're not fully developed yet as far as your prefrontal cortex is involved, which is the part of your brain that makes decisions and things like that. If you are a woman who has always gotten in and out of bad relationships, or if you're someone who finds it hard to leave relationships that aren't good for you, this is for you. The way that you need to be viewing men, and this is going to be offensive to some, and that's okay. But this is the way that you change the way that you look at people, because there are some times where you are too nice, and there are some women out here messing up their life because they don't know how to say no. They don't know what a good man looks like. They trust everybody easily, and they just lack discernment. If you lack discernment, listen. The way you need to be viewing men is that they are all predators. Initially, I'm not saying later or whenever, but initially, because you are so far over to the kind part of you, the empathetic part of you, the understanding, some people are too far over there, and it's got to be a balance. You got to be in the middle to where you are able to walk away, or you're able to connect with somebody on a deeper level. You need to be always centered, because you may have to do one or the other at any time, and you need to be ready to do so. If this person flips and drops his mask later, you need to be able to walk away and not look back. So the way you do that is by staying centered. You're so far over to the side of you that's like, oh, it's so sweet, it's so nice, it's, you just have so much trust in people, and you give people the benefit of the doubt and all these things. That means that you need to be more centered, and to get that way, then you need to be viewing men as predators. All of them. All of them. How the law says that you're innocent until proven guilty. You need to look at it the opposite way, because you've already been looking at it that way. You need to be viewing men as though they are guilty until proven innocent, meaning that you're going to allow a person to show you who they are. You're going to give them an enough amount of time to show you who they truly are. You're not going to rush into relationships. You're not going to be like, oh, so trusting and so willy-nilly with your guard down. No, you're not going to go into relationships in situations like that. You're just going to be like, okay, I already know this person could be, or most likely is, predatorial, especially if you're used to having toxic relationships. This means that you need to do self-work within yourself. You need to slow down, stop, do self-work, and then jump back in if dating and all that stuff is what you want. Then when you go back out, you need to be looking at everybody as though they can possibly be predatorial. They can possibly be toxic. They can possibly be harmful to you. And then you allow them to prove that they are not. Not saying that they have to jump through some type of fire hoops or something like that, but saying that you need enough time to pass by and them showing up consistently in a kind way, in a way that is comfortable for you. And they need to do that on a consistent basis. Before you start letting your guard down, before you start trusting, before you start getting emotionally connected, before all of that, that's how you have to view them. And then after a long while, then you can start putting a little trust in and putting a little, okay, all right, they're showing up. Okay, I give them a little bit of trust. I'll put a little faith in them, stuff like that. And at the same time, I don't care if it's 5 years down the line, if they change their tune, if they show you something different that is harmful to you in any way, you have to be ready and willing to cut them off immediately. Immediately. You have to be willing to cut them off. Watch my video on if they do any of these, let them go. I'll tag it in the description. You have to be willing to. In order to save yourself, in order to keep yourself, in order to stay whole and complete within yourself and not give yourself over to a person, you have to have this type of mindset. Or else you will be consumed, or else you are putting yourself at risk for harm. And yeah, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. If dating is what you want to do, then you have to move smart, and you have to be willing to look at individuals in a certain way until they prove themselves, until they prove that they're not toxic, until they prove that they are not, this person that has come to bring harm or ill will towards you, and then move accordingly. And if they ever show you that they don't have your best intentions, you need to be able to cut it off quick, fast, and in a hurry. All right. So that's my advice. If you don't know, you can always send me an email at askqueent@gmail.com or at info@tatianaqueen.com. And I'll make a video on it. I love you all. Until next time, please, peace, blessings, love, and an abundance of power to you.